Imagine a room that is filled with screaming people, hundreds of voices shouting at the same time. They are arguing about the past. They are terrified of the future. They never sleep, and they never let you rest. Now, realize that this room is your own mind. You try to sit still, but the noise is deafening. You try to sleep, but the thoughts keep spinning. You are physically here, but mentally, you are lost in a storm. Why do you feel so heavy? Why does waking up feel like lifting a mountain? It is not because your life is too hard. It is because your cup is too full. You are carrying the weight of yesterday's regrets and the burden of tomorrow's fears. You are holding on to anger, onto expectations, onto opinions that do not matter. You are drowning, not in water, but in your own thoughts. Stop destroying your peace. Stop holding on to everything. If you want to find yourself again, first, you must empty your mind. Why is it so hard to change your life? Why do the same problems keep coming back, over and over again? The answer lies in an ancient problem. We call it the full cup syndrome. You see, your mind is not empty. It is crowded with years of conditioning. It is filled with prejudice, ideas you accepted without questioning. It is filled with ego, the need to be right, the need to be important. You look at the world, but you do not see reality. You only see your own projection of it. When you meet a new person, you do not see them. You see your judgment of them. When you face a new challenge, you do not see the opportunity. You only see your past failures. In Zen philosophy, there is a beautiful concept called Shoshin. It means beginner's mind. It is the mind that is open, eager, and lacks no preconceptions. But we have lost this. We have become experts in our own suffering. We think we know how the world works. We think we know who we are. That knowledge is exactly what is trapping you. You are like a room so full of old furniture that you cannot bring in anything new. So, how do we clear this space? How do we return to the beginner's mind? Let me tell you a story about a scholar and a master. Long ago, during the Meiji era, there lived a very famous university professor. He was a man of high status, known across the land for his intelligence. He had read every book, memorized every sutra, and debated with the greatest minds of his time. But despite his success, he felt a strange emptiness inside. He felt restless. Hearing of a Zen Master who lived high up in the mountains, the professor decided to pay him a visit to inquire about Zen. When he arrived at the Master's humble temple, he did not bow. He did not wait to be asked. He immediately began to speak. He sat down and started talking about his own research. Master, I have studied the ancient texts. I understand the logic of the universe. I have written 3 books on philosophy. I want you to teach me the essence of Zen, but I must tell you, I already know much about it. He talked and he talked. He explained his theories, his achievements, and his opinions on why other schools of thought were wrong. His voice filled the small, quiet room, drowning out the sound of the rain outside. The Zen Master said nothing. He simply smiled politely and began to prepare tea. The only sound from the Master was the soft rustle of his robes and the boiling of the water, but the professor was too busy listening to his own voice to notice the silence. Finally, the tea was ready. The Master picked up the iron teapot and began to pour tea into the professor's cup. He poured slowly, with great attention. The liquid rose to the rim of the cup, but the Master did not stop. He kept pouring. The tea rose over the edge and began to spill onto the saucer. Still, the Master kept pouring. The hot tea spilled over the saucer and flowed onto the wooden table. It soaked into the tatami mats and dripped onto the professor's expensive robes. The professor watched in disbelief. His eyes went wide. He could not hold his patience any longer. He jumped up and shouted, "Stop! Stop! Master, are you blind? Can't you see the cup is full? No more will go in. Why do you keep pouring when it can hold no more?" The Master calmly set the teapot down. He looked up at the angry professor with eyes full of compassion, and he spoke softly, "You are right. No more will go in. And just like this cup, you are full of your own opinions and speculations. You come here asking for teaching, asking for peace. But how can I show you Zen unless you first empty your cup?" The professor stood there, stunned. The sound of the rain returned, louder than before. He looked at the mess on the table, and then he looked inside himself. He realized that his mind was exactly like that cup, so full of "I know," so full of "I am right," that there was no room for anything else, no room for wisdom, no room for silence, and no room for peace. To learn, you must unlearn. To receive, you must let go. If you want to taste the tea of life, you must first empty your mind. So, how do you empty your cup in a world that is so noisy? How do you find silence when your phone never stops ringing? Here are 3 steps to practice the art of emptying. First, let go of the need to be right. Whenever you are arguing or judging someone, catch yourself. Ask yourself, am I listening to understand, or am I just waiting to speak? Stop trying to prove your intelligence. Silence is often the loudest answer. Second, let go of the past. The water in the river is always new. It never flows backward. But you keep carrying the old water of yesterday. Forgive yourself for your mistakes. Forgive others for their ignorance. You cannot change what has happened, but you can change how you carry it. Third, practice just sitting. Spend 5 minutes every day doing absolutely nothing. No phone, no music, no planning, just sit. And watch your thoughts pass by like clouds in the sky. Do not chase them. Do not fight them. Just let them be. When you stop holding on, your hands become free. When you empty your mind, your heart becomes full. This is the paradox of Zen. By becoming nothing, you become everything. Before you go, let's review the seeds of wisdom from this story. Listen and repeat after me. 1. Overflow. To flow over the brim of a container. Example: his heart overflowed with gratitude. 2. Prejudice. An opinion formed without reason or experience. Example: empty your mind of prejudice to see the truth. 3. Speculation. The forming of a theory without firm evidence. Example: do not live in speculation, live in reality. 4. And learn. To discard something learned, especially a bad habit or false belief. Example: sometimes you must unlearn to move forward. Remember the tea. Remember the cup. Keep your mind open. If this story brought you peace, share it with someone who needs it. And don't forget to subscribe for more lessons in English. Stay wise. This video represents the harmony between human intellect and artificial intelligence. While we utilize AI tools to craft immersive atmospheres and vivid imagery, the wisdom, philosophy, and linguistic lessons embedded in every story are strictly human-authored. We believe in ethical AI usage, where technology serves as a bridge to deliver handmade value and profound life lessons to our audience. Disclaimer: this is a work of fiction inspired by life truths with the aim of bringing valuable educational lessons and increasing the audience's experience. Unauthorized reproduction is prohibited.